go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will begin the first game of a 3-game series against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field in Chicago. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. And, we've had a few things happen since the last time we've played some baseball. 9 trades, or 9 players have left. This roster doesn't look quite the same. We've had a lot of people leave. In fact, I've got a cheat sheet over here. Real quick. Cedric Mullins is gone. Ryan O'Hearn is gone. Ramon Laureano is gone. Ramon Arias is gone. Brian Baker, it's been a little while, but he's gone. Sir Anthony Dominguez is gone. Gregory Soto is gone. Andrew Kittredge is gone. And Charlie Morton is gone. That's a lot. For Ced Mullins, we got back 3 pitchers. For O'Hearn and Laureano, we got back 3 pitchers and 3 position players. For Ramon Arias, we got back a pitcher. For Brian Baker, we got back a draft pick. For Sir Anthony Dominguez, we got back a pitcher. For Gregory Soto, we got back 2 pitchers. For Andrew Kittredge, we got back a 17-year-old shortstop. And for Charlie Morton, we got back a pitcher. Who are the biggest names come back our way? Well, it's debatable, but according to our most recently updated prospect list, that honor would belong to Boston Bateman, a left-handed pitcher, 19 years old, from the Padres in the O'Hearn-Mullins trade package. Boston Bateman is now listed as the Orioles' number 6 prospect. He is a 19-year-old. He is incredibly tall, 6'8", 240-pound teenager. It's going to be years before he's ready. The Orioles, on their own prospect page, have him listed as making an ETA to the bigs in 2028. I think that's being pretty optimistic. 2028 or 2029. Honestly, the highest ranked player that has a chance to make an impact on this team to come out of all these trades would appear to be Jalron. I got to know how to say his first name. Juaron. Juaron Watts Brown. He was one of the. What did we get? How did we get him? I can't get into the weeds. I will miss first pitch, 12th pitch, 55th pitch. We're just going to have to go over this gradually, folks. We got a baseball game coming up here in just a few minutes. The Orioles are down one man in the rotation, Charlie Morton. They're down about 4 arms in the bullpen, and that's not counting Felix Bautista, who's out with injury. Kittredge, Soto, Dominguez, Baker. We're missing a couple of outfielders, Mullins and Laureano. We're missing a second, third base in a emergency shortstop infielder Arias, and then we got O'Hearn who can play first. The entire team, all over the field here, is depleted. Let me tell you about this current active roster. How about that? Let's quickly talk about the names that are on the team right now. None of these new players are players that were acquired in any of the trades yesterday. They're just players brought up from the farm to fill out this roster. Right now, your bullpen has some names you might not know, some that have been in there a little bit. Yeremil Geraldo, Elvin Rodriguez, Houston Roth, Cade Stroud, Brant Wolfram. Folks, this bullpen here, I'll tell you what, I think the lineup, you look at the lineup today, and you can definitely put out a lineup of 9 bats that is still looking pretty good. The rotation of Cade Povich is going to be back here in a few days. Kyle Bradish back maybe a week later than that. We only lost Morton. I think the rotation is still, it's thin, but it's serviceable. It's not something to just put your head down and shake your head like, what is this we're putting out here on the field? But honestly, the bullpen, in my humble view, is what makes this team look incredibly non-competitive. It's just a lot of unproven arms, and we don't even have a decent balance of lefties and righties. We still only have a couple of lefties out there. It's going to be interesting once these games we play get into the late innings, when we got to go to the bullpen and we have a lead. Are we going to be able to hold that lead? Going to be tough. Terran Vavra is up with the team. Jeremiah Jackson is up with the team, and Luis Vasquez is up with the team. So those are 3 infielders called up to fill out some of the open spaces here. Jordan Adams is the outfielder that has been called up. Adams was called up once before for a brief moment. I can't remember the circumstances, but Jordan Adams is the 4th outfielder, with Carlson, Cowser, and O'Neill the other remaining outfielders. Right now, I was expecting Dylan Beavers to get called up today. That was what I thought was going to be our nice little Christmas present to come out of all this, was for Beavers to take that 4th outfield spot. I was expecting to see him in the lineup today. That's how confident I was. But I'm wrong. There was a quote from Mike Elias. There, he was asked about Basayo and Dylan Beavers. He said he hopes that both will be making their Orioles debut before the end of the season. So Basayo's name had come up a week or so ago when they were talking about him and when they plan for him to come up. And Mansalina was being a little bit coy about saying, well, we have a plan, but we're not going to tell you what the plan is. What are you, nuts? But at least we know that part of the plan is for Basayo to make his debut this season. I've been saying since the end of last year that I would expect Basayo to the timing of his debut would be a September call-up here in 2025. And it's still lining up to be that way. Still lining up to look like that's going to be the case. And maybe they're going to wait until September for Beavers. Not sure why, though. Not sure why they're waiting to call him up. I think now would make perfect sense. Beavers hit another home run for Norfolk yesterday or the day before. His 14th of the season. He's hitting right now. And he's 23 years old. I mean, he's not too raw. He seems like he's kind of ready to go. And if they're talking about bringing him up in a month, I don't know what that extra month is needed for it in AAA. But hey, I'm not the one calling the shots, folks. Look, we got baseball starting here in like a minute. I'm way behind. I'm not even sure if I've got the right page up right now. So let me just concentrate on making sure this game is up and running. And then we'll sit back and talk about the aftermath of yesterday's trade deadline. Charm City Chat, how the hell are you? It's, no matter how you feel about the players that we've gotten back in return, obviously you're going to have your differences of opinion, where some will say, I mean, who are these people? We gave away so much and got back just a bunch of parts. Others will say, wow, we did a really good job of moving a lot of players running out of contract and getting something back. And a lot of these guys down the road could really develop into something good. This is good business. My thing is that I feel like we maybe should have kept one or two of the guys we traded away. I mean, we traded so many players away. I don't mind allowing one or two guys to just play out their contract, or in the case of Ramon Laureano, trying to get him to exercise the option to stay for an additional season for what would most likely be a pretty affordable and fair price. Now, I think it would be a little silly to expect Laureano's production that he's putting up this season to continue at that pace, at that success rate. I would imagine a little bit of regression, but I mean, this happens all the time in baseball. Somebody has a good season, you want to keep them, but that often tends to be their best season, and you don't see those same numbers. But even a regression from Laureano, I think would still be worth the price tag he would be asking for. Folks, we're underway in Wrigley Field. I apologize for not having the best build-up, but Jackson Holliday is at the plate, and he has taken the first pitch of the ball game, and now he has taken the second pitch. Both are off the plate. It is 2-0. We are underway. I haven't even talked about the starting lineups, the pitching matchup, nothing. It's 3-0 on Holiday. So on the mound for the Cubs is Cade Horton, right-hander with a 4-3 record, a 3.67 ERA, and a 1.31 WHIP. 3-0 pitch is a strike on the outside edge to Holiday. We're at Wrigley Field, folks. I can't believe it. The Orioles. That is up and away, not close. Ball 4. Jackson Holliday has got himself a leadoff walk. And we like that, don't we? All right. Let's see if the scoreboard is up and working. Well, it's up, but it's a little bit askew. Let's get this scoreboard looking better here. All right, Jordan Westburg coming up to hit. First pitch to him is at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. Westburg.
Well, West is that way.
272 average, a dozen homers, and 26 runs batted in. There's a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The Orioles are wearing their black road jerseys with the orange lettering. Gray pants. Cubs are wearing their classic pins. Oh, no, they're not. They're not wearing their pinstripes. They're wearing something different. Is that their Wrigleyville City Connect? No, it doesn't say Wrigleyville. It's a throwback jersey, I suppose. It's a powder blue jersey with a Cubs logo that's a little bit different than their classic just block C letter. It's an old school Cubs look. Powder blue shirts with white pants and a giant, and I mean giant, Motorola patch on the left sleeve. Holy cow. 0-2 on Westburg. And that one's fouled away. Still 0-2. Charm City Chat, how the heck are you guys doing? We'll check in here between innings and see. 0-2 pitch to Westburg. Swung on and missed. Got a breaking ball there and looked like he was out in front of it. Westburg down on strikes. One away here, top of the first. Holiday is at first base. Gunnar Henderson, folks.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
Horton with a fastball at 95 miles an hour. Gunnar fouls it away. Gunner's hitting .285, 12 homers and 43 RBI. OPS at 818. It's been climbing. That pitch is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's right. Wrigley Field has been given the All-Star game for 2027. Here's a throw down. Holiday's going to try to steal, and folks, he did it. Jackson Holiday steals a base. Not cut off the bag, not thrown out at second. A successfully stolen base for Jackson Holiday, folks. That's right. 2-1 count on Gunnar. And that ball is lifted down the right field corner. It's going to reach the seats and foul ground. Two balls, 2 strikes. It's a packed crowd here at Wrigley Field, as is usually the case. 2-2 pitch in the dirt, full count. First bugle of the day, folks. The wind is whipping here at Wrigley as usual. Looks like it's blowing right to left. Payoff pitch to Gunnar. That's low, ball 4. Gunnar flips his bat hard over toward the dugout. And he'll take his base. Second walk of the inning.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All right. Couple of fast runners on. And here comes Adley
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Rutschman, 231 average, 8 homers, and 25 driven in. He takes a first pitch strike. Fastball knee high on the inside corner. Oh, 1 from Horton. That ball's lifted into center field. Going to be playable. Caught out there by, I'm pretty sure, Pete Crow Armstrong. And that is the second out of the inning. Yes, PCA is starting in center field as you would expect. I'll have to go over that Cubs lineup here in a minute. Defensively for Chicago, Happ is in left, Crow Armstrong in center, Tucker in right, Bush at first, Horner at second, Shaw at third, Swanson at short, and Kelly behind the plate. Here's Tyler O'Neill, folks.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
We got a super chat coming in over here as well.
Message for you, son.
0-1 the count on O'Neill. And make it 0-2. That's a called strike on the outside edge. 97 on the fastball. Mr. Hyde says, I saw somewhere that the O's have the 6th best record in Major League Baseball since May 24th. Young core intact and better health. We should bounce back next year. Well, yeah. I don't see how this team is going to repeat a season like this. O'Neill hits a fly ball to right center. Look out. Pete Crow Armstrong calls off. Who's out in right field? Suzuki? Oh, Tucker. Where's Seiya Suzuki in the lineup today? Is he injured? I don't see him on the injury list. It looks like it might just be a day off. Oh, no, he's batting third. He's the DH. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So for the Orioles, again, the lineup is Holiday leading off at second base. Westberg's playing third, batting second. Gunnar, the shortstop, hits third. Rutschman, the cleanup hitter, doing the catching. O'Neill's in right field, batting fifth. Cowser in left field, hitting sixth. Kobe Mayo bats seventh at first base. Dylan Carlson in center field, hitting eighth. And Jeremiah Jackson is going to DH and bat ninth. For the Chicago Cubs, facing Trevor Rogers, it'll be Nico Horner leading off, playing second base. Kyle Tucker in right field will bat second. Seiya Suzuki, the DH, will hit third. Carson Kelly is the cleanup hitter and catcher. He, I guess, is really successful against lefty pitching. Pete Crow Armstrong hits fifth, plays center field. Dansby Swanson is at shortstop, hitting sixth. Ian Happ is in left field, switch hitter, batting seventh. Michael Bush is at first base, hitting eighth. And at third base, batting ninth, Matt Shaw. Cubs come in today with a record of 63-45, 18 games over 500, 1 game behind the Brewers for first place in the NL Central. Horner stepping into the box right now has got a .291 batting average. And Trevor Rogers is about to make his 9th start of the season. 8 starts, 7 of them have been brilliant, and then one that was just kind of mediocre. A 4-1 record, a 1.49 ERA. And the first pitch to Horner kisses the outside corner right on the black for strike one. Next pitch is foul back. It's 0-2. Let's quickly try to get through the Charm City chat here, folks. Catch up with everybody. Frank Baker, Bill Holland, Chilo, Matt, Chomas Fitzgerald, El Duderino, David in France, Warren, Danjo is here. Explore More 704. Edward Cantor. Here's a broken bat, little ground ball. Holiday, bare hands, throws the first in time. Wow, Jackson Holiday. It looked like coming in on this broken bat grounder that he took a bit of a bad route if you will, in on the ball. Really had to he really had to adjust his body in order to pick up the ball and throw it. A nice play there by Jackson to start the day on defense for the Orioles. One out here in the bottom of the first. Here's Kyle Tucker. Edward Bauer is here. Michael Mertig. Tucker takes strike one. Mr. Hyde. He asks me, hey, BW, did you hear the O's made some trades yesterday? I might have heard a thing or two, or 9. That's a called strike. Rogers painting the corners here early on in the ball game. Just 5 pitches in. Already some positive-looking signs once again from Rogers. The 0-2 to Tucker. That one's blasted out to right center, but, it's Tyler O'Neill. He's there in the gap to make the catch. 2 down. Cowser in left, Carlson in center, O'Neill in right, Westberg at third, Gunner at short, Holiday at second, Mayo at first, and Rutschman behind the plate. Darren is here. Darren Alteri. Joshua. Baxter. That pitch is inside to Suzuki. John M. Richard Lynch. Who else? So many people. George Ford, Scott Sheffer, Logan Kirby, Travis. I'm doing pretty good at not repeating names, but not forgetting some. Suzuki pops it up, foul ground, first base side. Mayo is there to make an easy catch. And Trevor Rogers has a 1-2-3 inning. Looking good to begin the ball game for Rogers. We go to the second, no score at Wrigley Field. Nick K is here. Folks, there may come a day where the exercise of saying hello to everybody through the chat just might become a little bit, just not feasible. But that's a good sign. Hutchins is here. And I think I'm pretty caught up. Rod, did I get you in? Hey, there's Matt. There's my brother checking in. How you doing? And I think we're all caught up. BW is big time now. Big time W. Garrett Family Aquatics, how are you? And why? Oh, there it is. Your avatar was blank and then it popped up. Book Doc is here. Hey, folks, speaking of the like button, we got a little bit of work to do. There's 129 people here and less than 29 likes, which means 100 of you watching right now could all get a little task out of the way super quick. Just tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen, and you're good to go. Helping out the channel by hitting that like button. Please go ahead and just get her on out of the way. Pretty please. I think I have to refresh my stream again. Stand by. Okay. What is going on with my stream? Colton Cowser's at the plate, folks. Sorry, I missed strike one. We're underway, top of the second. 0-1 pitch. He fouls it off to the right. Get those cows up quick, folks. Sorry for the late return here. 0-2 on Cowser. And that's up and away. Cowser's hitting .220. And I'm in the mood to see him get on a roll. I think it's time to make Colton Cowser the next Oriole to heat up. Pitch in the dirt. 2-2 on Cowser. Milk, it does a body good, folks. 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to second base. Horner with a short throw to first. One away. Cows are retired. That'll bring up Kobe Mayo.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Just spread it out, Kobe. Folks, Kobe Mayo, for the next 2 months, it's all about you, kid. It's time to make your mark. Mayo takes a first pitch strike on the outside edge. 225 average, 3 homers, 14 driven in. OPS is getting close to 700. He takes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. This don't look like your average minor league park, does it, Kobe? You're in vaunted Wrigley Field. He fouls this one off first base side into the crowd. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mayo. Man, how much money did Motorola spend to advertise for the Cubs? They've got their signage everywhere. It's on the uniform. It's right behind home plate. 2-2 the count on Mayo. The pitch. That's a called strike 3. Mayo frozen on a sweeper. That was in the zone all the way in there. I guess Kobe thought it was going to break off the plate somewhere, but it stayed in the zone. He is down on strikes. All right, perhaps my first attempt at urging those watching right now to just tap the like button and get it out of the way just wasn't effective. I'll ask again as Dylan Carlson takes strike 1. 2 out, nobody on, top of the second. There's a called strike 2. Once again, we've got about 100 more people here that haven't hit the like button than have. Please, let's at least make it a 50-50 split, which means we can get those likes up to 50 here in just a minute. If a couple of people can just tap that thumb at the bottom of their device. I appreciate it, folks. The 1-2 to Carlson is hit on the ground. Broken bat to Horner at second. Over to first. Boy, that bat shard is still hopping around out there. The Orioles go quietly here in the second. On to the bottom half of the inning. No score in Chicago. Thank you, folks. All right, so looking again at some of these prospects. First of all, the fact that our top prospect in return is named Boston, I'm going to have to look past that, right? I got to root for a guy named Boston. A little difficult, but I'll manage. Jalron Watts-Brown appears to be the highest prospect that we got back that is most major league ready, and they are projecting him to be a part of the team in 2026. He's a 23-year-old right-handed pitcher. He is already in Double-A ball. Most of the arms we got back are only at the rookie or A-ball level. So Watts-Brown, a little more seasoned, a little closer to making an impact with the big team. He could be a option next season. I don't see him like making the rotation out of camp. I think we're going to try to build a stronger rotation by probably adding an additional arm in the offseason, whether through free agency or trade. But he would give us a little bit depth, maybe something similar to the depth that Brandon Young has supplied this year. If you got your injuries going on or whatever, at least he's projected to be ready in some capacity for next season. So I'll look forward to that. But yeah, a lot of these guys, it'll be a while before they make an impact on this team, if ever. Cal Ripken is in the booth. Yeah. Oh boy, that ball is blasted. Kelly to left field. That ball is off the ivy. Nice throw back in. Okay, Colton Cowser whips a throw back into second, holding Kelly to a long single. Again, I was under the impression Kelly hitting cleanup against lefties must really have some good numbers against southpaws. Well, he definitely hit the crap out of that one. Luckily, it stays in the yard. That's a leadoff double. Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch to him had the plate, but apparently the ump thought it was low. Borderline pitch goes the Cubs away. 1-0 on Pete Crow Armstrong. This kid is really something else with his defense. 1-0 pitch. That is a sweeper that stays up and in. 2-0 on the Crow. That ball's hit out in the right center and deep. That ball's going to get off the ivy for extra bases. And I can't believe it. I can't believe a run did not score on this extra base hit. Back-to-back hits off the ivy by the Cubs. Rogers getting hit hard. That's the 31st double already for Pete Crow Armstrong. 31 doubles. Man, he's got to be on pace for over 50. So the Cubs are in business here in the second inning. Second and third with nobody out. And here's the veteran shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Hitting .248, but never an easy out. He goes after the first pitch, fouls it away. Oh, 1 pitch, swing and a miss, a changeup, left out and a little bit low. An unhittable pitch, got a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 on Swanson. We really need a strikeout here. The 0-2 laid off, another changeup in the dirt. Rogers' next pitch. Swung on and did he get a piece? No, he missed it. It's a strikeout for Rogers.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Big first out of the bottom of the first. Still second and third, or bottom of the second, excuse me. Still second and third for the Cubs. Here's Ian Happ, switch hitter batting from the right-hand side. First pitch swinging, hits it into right. Caught by O'Neill. He's firing home. The throw is offline, and the runner from third will come in to score. O'Neill's throw came in up the third base line in front of the base path where... Was it Horner who came in to score there? Who came in to score? Not Horner. I apologize. I'm doing a bad job. Kelly comes in to score. It's 1-0 Cubs here in the bottom of the second. Runner at third base now with 2 down. And the batter will be Michael Bush. Well, the Cubs have Bush. Now we're just wondering when the Orioles will have Beavers. This ball's hit into center field. Carlson's coming in. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. So the Cubs do get a run to take the early 1-0 lead. Back-to-back hits off the ivy from Kelly and Armstrong, and then a sac fly from Ian Happ. We go to the third. Cubs 1, Orioles nothing. All right. I had to move some buttons around. It was one of the sadder things I've had to do here since we last hung out. Take away some of these sound bites. The turn and burn has been retired. Well said, you know what to do has been retired. I have a brother has been retired. Ramon just threw a rock at me has been retired. It's a sad day, folks.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake.
There is one other game going on right now in baseball, it would appear. Reds have a 3-0 lead on the Braves, and that's already in the bottom of the 7th. When did that game start? 10 o'clock in the morning? Everything else is later. Later. All 3 games this weekend against the Cubs, as you would expect. Day games. All the same start time. So if you know when first pitch was today, you know when first pitch will be tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow's matchup is who? Jeremiah Jackson is hitting for the Orioles. Down in the minors, .313 average with 15 homers and 41 driven in. I'd love for those numbers to translate. He's quickly behind 0-2. He's DHing here and batting 9th. That pitch is low and away, and the count is 1-2 on Jackson. This is his major league debut right now. Inside, 2-2 on Jackson. So we're going to have to start thinking about some sound bites for some of these new guys. I'm not sure how much playing time Jackson is expected to get. He lifts a fly ball up on the infield. First baseman right on the bag. Bush makes the catch. Jackson retired in his first major league at bat, popping out to first. I swear, Cal Ripken is looking more and more as time goes on as it looks like Dana White. Cal, you're running a youth league, or are you putting together another UFC event? What are you doing over there? Here's Jackson Holiday. He walked his first time up. Got a 1-0 count already. Make it 2-0. Holiday taking pitches these days. I like it. Where's his button? I moved it. There he is. That ball's hit into center field. It'll get down for a base hit. Holiday on a 2-0 count got a pitch that wasn't exactly attractive for a 2-0 pitch, but he went after it anyway. That pitch was 2-3 inches inside. Holiday don't care. He muscles it into center field for a 1-out single. Here's Westberg. Westberg struck out his first time up, and he takes a first pitch strike here from Horton.
West is that way.
0-1 pitch to Westy. Swing and a miss. Late on a fastball, 0-2. I'm kind of bummed that, I love Wrigley Field. I think it's a great venue for an all-star game. And, even though I feel like every ballpark kind of deserves a turn, here's a ground ball to third. They go to second for one. Back to first. Not in time. Jordan Westberg able to hustle down the line and beat out a would-be double play ball. Instead, it'll be a fielder's choice. Westberg takes over at first base with 2 down. And he did just beat that out. Scoreboard still says end of the first. All right. I'll go ahead and hit the refresh on that. See if that fixes it. Sorry about that. Gunnar Henderson, folks. He goes after the first pitch and hits a grounder right to Bush at first, standing right next to the bag. Just one turn, one tap, and this inning is over. On to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Cubs. Anybody listening in on what Cal's talking about? Does it have anything to do with the direction of this team? Or is this sort of just a light chat? What's Cal talking about, folks? I don't have the volume up loud enough to listen to what they're saying, because if it was that loud, I would make what I do a whole lot more complicated. It's only loud enough for me to hear the crack of the bat. That's the most important bit of audio. Trying to read how a ball has gotten hit off the bat and getting it right about 70% of the time. Blah, 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 trying to make the team better. David, are we feeling a little bit cynical today? Are we feeling just a little bit cynical? David, how you feeling about... here's the thing, folks. Again, same thing with the draft. I'm hearing from the people that, want to say... everybody wants to be the guy in the room to go, no, this all checks out. This is all good. This is a good return for what, if you crunch the numbers, if you look at the metrics, it's yeah, I could do that. But are you sitting here trying to tell me I should praise Mike Elias for being able to take a roster that he was responsible for building and then watched as a lot of those guys in one way or another didn't maybe pay off, except Laureano, and then get rid of him? I don't know. Gary Sanchez is still hanging around. I don't. It's how much credit do you want to give a guy that had to basically sell the team away to get something back because the season did not go according to plan? Anybody's plan. So I'm supposed to praise him now? Here is Shaw at the plate. He's got a 1-2 count leading off the bottom of the third. Matt Shaw, 224 average, 6 homers, 25 driven in. Here's a fly ball to right field. Backing up is O'Neill. He makes a little bunny hop catch on the track. Tyler O'Neill able to corral that one. A hard hit ball out to right. One away. Yeah, I mean, my biggest disappointment is, and it seems like I can't get this across to everybody. I've got people commenting back to me going, what were you expecting to get back for rentals? You're not going to get anybody major league ready. And I'm like, no, I wasn't expecting anybody major league ready. First of all, it wouldn't make sense for a contending team that's trading to get some veteran players, some complimentary players to make a run at a pennant. It doesn't make any sense that they're going to let go of their established good players. I'm not expecting that in return. What I'm expecting, though, was to see a name with a profile kind of like Trevor Rogers, which is a guy that has at least had a little bit of major league experience. For one reason or another, maybe is Rogers strikes out Nico Horner, by the way, on an 0-2 pitch. Got him reaching on one outside for the second out of the inning. Strike three.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
But to me, Trevor Rogers, like his profile kind of fit what I was looking for. Like a guy that, just needed a little bit of time, a little bit of seasoning, that he would be ready to help out the team sooner rather than later. And I'm looking at the names we picked up yesterday or the past couple of days, and I'm only seeing about two pitchers out of the 10 or so we picked up that look like they're going to have any potential impact next year. And neither of them with the established experience that Rogers had. Rogers, if you recall, in his rookie season was a finalist for Rookie of the Year. There was some pedigree with him there. And then he had a setback, and then the Marlins are kind of swing and a miss on a 1-2 pitch to Kyle Tucker, a changeup from Rogers, another strikeout, and this inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Great pitch right there from Rogers to get the tough bat of Kyle Tucker. I apologize, folks. I'm probably going to go off on tangents today, talking about trade stuff, players that have left, and everything else. So if I'm not calling the game as sharply as I'd like to, today's a bit of a special day. There's a lot to talk about. We got to talk about Grayson Rodriguez. Apparently, they're ready to finally commit to doing some surgery. They're talking about a procedure that if they were to go ahead and do it now, it would keep him from being available for the rest of this season, but still in line to, be ready for spring 2026. And when I read that, I'm like, do it. Like, don't even mention it. You should do it yesterday. If you're telling me there's a procedure that could make Grayson ready for next season, then just do it. Because what are we doing right now? We've been sitting here getting lip service about his status now forever. Just do it. And then we finally have a real timetable, maybe. If you're telling me he'll be ready for 2026, go ahead and do it. Do it. Do it now. What are you waiting for? Get to the chopper and do it now. You guys just got hung up with starting pitching. Eflin started hot. Rodriguez, Bradish lucked out with Burns. Fill the holes and you guys will be dominant. Yeah, look, again, like the rotation right now with Cade Povich coming back, Kyle Bradish coming back. Here's Adley Rutschman leading off the fourth. He takes a called strike. That looked about 2 inches outside. Tough call for Adley. 0-1. That one's lifted to right, down to the corner, and caught near the track by Tucker. One away. So, yeah, with Grayson's injury track record and this constant, like, oh, we're about to start ramping him up. Oh, well, he's had a setback. Well, let's revamp him. Well, just get in there. Tyler O'Neill, first pitch swinging, hits a ball to straightaway center. Pete Crow Armstrong, about 10 feet in front of the track, makes the catch. 2 down. Are making some quick outs right now. Trying to get a run on the board here. All right, who's up next? What happened? My stream they did it again. MLB TV just bounced me out of the ball game. They just bounced me. Unbelievable. What is the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal? Hang in there, folks. I'm getting it back. 2 down, top of the 4th, I think. And here we are. Okay. Colton Cowser's at the plate. 2-2 pitch is outside. Full count. Bases empty. 2 down. Top of the 4th. Folks, get those cows up quick. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Horton is on 56 pitches here with 2 down in the 4th. Breaking ball, and Cowser's frozen on that yacker from Horton to end the inning. 4 innings in the books. The Orioles have mustered just the 1 hit, the holiday single. That's it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Cubs. Albert Suarez is still an Oriole. He's been playing like long toss. Maybe a chance at some action in September. Maybe. Hello, Alan. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and judge the offense right now based on 4 innings. Look, I mean, folks, this is what I talked about when, there were a couple of weeks there in June and July where the Orioles were starting to look like, hey, we're kind of putting it together. We're back to 7 games under. Hey, we're only 6.5 out of the last wild card spot. Maybe, just maybe. And my whole thing was like, look, when the trade deadline comes, you have to understand, like, we're going to be selling guys, and other teams are going to be getting stronger, bringing in upgrades. So, yeah, this is not going to be an easy last 2 months. It'd be a difficult watch. But I can't control who the GM is going to be this winter, but they've got to do a lot of restocking. They got to bring in a lot of guys, particularly the bullpen, if they are going to put their money where their mouth is and tell us fans that we're out there to try to win it all in 2026. They got a lot of stuff to fill. Because, again, a lot of these pitchers that we're looking at from these trades, they're not going to be ready next year. So that's stuff further down the line. We need help right now with some stuff. And I understand you're not going to get it 2 months left in a season that you're not making the playoffs in, but in the winter, we better be bullish and get some players in here. 1-2 the count on Seiya Suzuki, leading off the bottom of the fourth. That ball is hit in the air to center field. Dylan Carlson moving over toward right center makes the catch. Suzuki flies out. 1 down for Rogers in the fourth. Pitch count looking good at 35. Godbolo, that sort of just casual F-bomb dropping isn't really encouraged around here. Hello, mods. Are you with us? Any mods here? I think Michael is the only one. All right. Next batter is Kelly. He doubled off the Ivy his first time up. Fouls the first pitch back. It's 0-1. Bees Knees says 15 prospects for guys who weren't coming back anyway. Seems like a good deal. Well, first of all, Laureano could have come back. Ramon Arias could have come back. He was under control. Brian Baker, we didn't necessarily have. When we traded Brian Baker like 10 days before all these other trades, at that time, I was like, okay. You know, I mean, a compensation draft pick into the first round, that's pretty good. There's another strikeout. Kelly's down on the changeup from Rogers.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Well, I would have been happy too, Joel. Again, like, in the moment I was okay with it, but if you told me when we were selling Brian Baker that we were going to lose Bautista for the rest of the season, sell Gregory Soto, sell Andrew Kittredge, sell Sir Anthony Dominguez, I probably would have been like, well, then maybe we should hold on to Baker. He's cheap. We'd like to have somebody in the bullpen that's still pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, our bullpen is awful, guys. On paper, it's a bottom 3 bullpen in baseball for sure. Here's a ground ball to second. Holiday will handle it, flip it to Mayo to win the inning. Solid inning of work from Rogers. Through 4 innings, the Orioles have 1 hit. The Cubs have only 2, but the Cubs have a lead here. It's 1-0 as we go to the 5th inning already. This is a fast-moving game. Now, for me, this is what makes all these trades, this is what makes it have a point and a strategy. That is, take all of these pieces, all of these prospects, and in the winter here, package them to somebody, and let's get a couple of real players in here. I don't need 22 projects. They're not all going to pan out anyway. I mean, we got a couple of months here to evaluate all these new guys. They'll all be playing in their respective leagues, whether it's A-ball, AA, rookie league, Florida league, whatever. A chance to, get a look at them, figure out which ones that you really want to develop and keep, and then look at some other guys and go, all right, well, let's try to build a trade package with some of these guys and turn that around into something significant. You know? Because right now, all these names we brought in, I don't have any personal connection to any of these guys. Boston Bateman, top prospect out of all these new players. He's a 19-year-old. Maybe he will be good in a couple of years or so, but he's also a high prospect that, just go ahead and package him and with some other guys and get back the best player in the deal, an established guy, or at least a guy, again, like a Rodgers that is closer to helping the team. Kobe Mayo begins the inning with a 1-0 count, and the next pitch is up and in. It's 2-0 on Mayo.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
We need some offense here. Let's go. That pitch is a strike. 2-1 on Mayo. Now, my thing is, and I've talked to other people about this, it's like, yeah, you can take these guys and turn them into a trade package for that top arm you're looking for. Mayo draws a walk, folks. It's a leadoff walk after a pitch up and in. Take your base, Kobe.
I'm walking here.
But then my comeback to that would be, well, look, Mike Elias still has to prove that he can pull off the trade. Like, in theory, yeah, that all sounds great. Take this trade capital that you've built, these prospects that you've collected, turn around and turn that into a big trade for a big need, which is a frontline starter and now some quality bullpen arms. But he hasn't been able to do that. So why are we expecting that it's suddenly going to happen? Okay, we got all these names in here now. We're just assuming that we're going to be able to pull off the trade. We've been trying to pull off a trade. What's going to change now? Carlson with a foul ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, and Elias has some positive traits to him in terms of a baseball mind. Okay, he can draft position talent. He's proven he's able to do that. And I commend him for that particular quality. Carlson with a 2-2 count, by the way. Runner at first, nobody out, top of the 5th. But he's also got a glaring weakness. That ball is hit to third. They go to second for 1 over to first. Wow, what a double play turned by the Cubs. Carlson hits into a 5-4-3 twin killing. And this rally has come to a unceremonious end.
Big buck. Stop it all.
Base is empty, 2 down. Here's Alex Jackson, 0 for 1. Joel, I used that exact phrase in my Breakfast with BW trade reaction stream from last night. That's a base hit off the glove of the third baseman, Shaw. It dies down the left field line there. Jackson takes a turn, but will hold up at first base with a 2-out single. Another hard hit ball from Alex Jackson, folks. All right, we need Holiday to do something here with 2 down. Oh, that's Jeremiah Jackson. I'm thinking of Alex Jackson. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. First major league hit for Jeremiah Jackson. This is what BW was doing. He was looking at the scoreboard. It said number 9, like 9 hitter, and then Jackson. And I'm like, oh, that must be Alex Jackson again, hitting 9th. All right, so congratulations, Jeremiah Jackson, first major league hit. And they quickly check on him. He looks like a guy that could swipe a base. Holiday at the plate, he's got an 0-1 count. There goes Jackson. The throw down is he's nailed. Welcome to the Orioles, Jeremiah. That was a perfect throw down by the catcher. All Swanson had to do was just keep the ball in his glove and hold it. Jackson slides right into the out. Yep. Jackson's fitting right in, real quick.
Big buck. Stop it all.
So yeah, maybe the Orioles did a good job in getting a lot of prospects back for players that are on their way out, and the organization is stronger because of it, even though that strength isn't really going to materialize for a couple of more years for most of these guys. But, is there a but? I don't know what my I had a thought. I'm going to need to get a lucky strike here, folks. Clearly I'm having some brain malfunction. I'll be right back.
Oh, wow. Here he comes.
Let me show you what I mean now. By the first thing you do is get right up in their face, you point the finger. Then if you can't get close enough, you turn the hand around and kick some dirt. And then if he's missed a strike, you get over here and you put dirt all over the thing. You throw the hat down, you pick it up, you throw it, and then you're so bad, you throw him out of the game. You're out of here. That's the way a major league manager
I learned something, buddy boy.
All right, we're underway in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch from Rogers to Swanson's a little bit outside, ball 1. Swanson's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Next pitch, fouled away. So, yeah, the thing is, for me, the Orioles can still be a contender in 2026, right? Ground ball to short. Gunner, backhands, strong throw to first in time, 1 away. But we're going to have to do 2 of the following. And is Mike Elias going to be able to execute this? One of those 2 things is to trade for that frontline starter that we all know we need. Right? Because I'm not sure what the free agent market has to offer. But if you want a really good pitcher, the free agent market for a team like ours, with a payroll like ours, and just being realistic, isn't the best place to do it. Trade is the best way to get that arm. 1-0 pitch to Ian Happ is high. It's 2-0. So we need to execute a trade to do that. And then free agency, the Orioles need to open up the wallet and pay for some bullpen help. Get some, known dudes. And let's get a strong bullpen here. Here's a ground ball to short. Gunner over to first for another put out. 2 down in the 5th. This game is moving fast. Or at least it feels that way. Michael Busch is 0 for 1. First pitch strike from Rogers. On the inside edge with the fastball. Off the plate outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. A slider from Rogers. There's activity in the Cub bullpen. Perhaps Horton is only good for 5 innings. I wouldn't mind seeing a new guy out there. We haven't been able to do anything yet off of Horton. 1-2, called strike 3. Rogers paints the outside black. Oh, a filthy pitch. He puts it where he wants to right now, folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right. Are we going to the 6th inning already? My coffee is still slightly warm. Unbelievable. Folks, if you got something you want to talk about, you better hurry up. Game is flying by. Refresh the scoreboard, okay? The top scoreboard or the pitch by pitch one? Well, I can't go wrong if I refresh both, right? Yeah, Trevor Rogers, folks. Let's not... Oh, well, now the scoreboard is doing something else weird. What are you doing? If there's something to take away from this season that should make people excited, it's that Trevor Rogers is, with every start, building a case to say that, look, I'm an ace. If I'm not an ace, I'm a number 2 at minimum. And I don't think any of us thought that that's what Rogers could be for us. So that is a welcome development. All right, top of the order up for the Orioles. 3rd time through, Jackson Holliday shows bunt, takes ball 1. Come on, Jackson. Popped up, get out of play on the third base side. It's bouncing off the dugout roof for a foul ball. So the Cubs have gone to the bullpen. A lefty, Caleb Tealbar, is making his 47th appearance. He's got really good numbers, 2.01 ERA. Opponents are hitting just 159 off of him. Breaking ball, called a strike. It's 1-2 on Holiday. Let's fix that scoreboard. Sorry. Holiday lifts one into center field. Crow Armstrong will move to his right. Now he comes in a bit, makes the catch. 1 away. Joel Morton no longer plays for us. So that's probably not the best prediction for the rotation. Here is Jordan Westberg. He gets a little chopper right back to the pitcher, and Westberg's retired quickly. 2 away in the 6th. My goodness. I'd say we have a plane to catch, but we just got here. 2 down in the 6th. Gunnar Henderson. We need something, man.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
There's a called strike. I mean, for now, I would not even count on Grayson Rodriguez until the day they say he's ready to go. So take his name out, put Povich in there, and I think you got something. 0-2 on Gunnar. I mean, if we're talking about going into next year, Eflin will be gone after this year. Wells, I don't know if he's going to be in the rotation or not. I mean, he can obviously be versatile enough to enter the rotation on a need-to basis. Swing and a miss. Gunnar strikes out. And Caleb Tealbar comes in for a very easy inning of work. The Oriole offense has done virtually nothing so far today, and that inning was the quietest one yet. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 1-0 Cubs. Now, Povich might eventually become a reliever. It does seem like Povich has the ability to get lefties out on a pretty consistent basis, but righties, not so much. But at least for the remainder of this season, I think, if that's what we're talking about, the remainder of this season, Bradish, Rogers, Kramer, Sagano, and Povich, with Brandon Young kind of being the emergency guy if somebody goes down, I think is how it's going to look. Yeah, 2026, I just think it's hard to say because, you know, like Eflin's going to be gone. Grayson's status is completely unknown. Do we have? I mean, Sagano would have to be re-signed, right? Sagano's just a 1-year deal. So now you're talking about, do you want to re-sign Sagano, or do you want to go out and look for another free agent pitcher instead? Does Sagano want to stick around? I don't know. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Rogers is facing Matt Shaw, the number 9 hitter for the Cubs. First pitch is outside. Shaw's 0 for 1. Rogers has only faced a few batters over the minimum. That's a line drive, base hit into left field. Cowser is going to cut it off. They're going for 2. The throw is a little bit offline and probably a tad late, even if it did get right to the bag. Shaw with a hustle double, leading off the bottom of the 6th. Another number 9 hitter getting their licks off of Oriole pitching. We've got no offense so far today, Chilo. Please don't make the statement as if 5 innings, 5.5 innings of one game is going to define the rest of the season. Again, we still have players in this lineup other than Jeremiah Jackson that we're used to seeing in there doing their thing. It's not exactly like a brand new looking lineup out there. 1-1 the count on Nico Horner. He's 0 for 2. Yeah, I hope to see Beavers soon, too. I really thought they were going to call him up today. One pitch, fouled off to the right. 1-2. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. We are definitely missing some very important aspects to the team we once knew a couple of days ago. Ced Mullins, obviously, his ability to track down balls in center field. Swing and a miss. Horner goes down. Another strikeout for Rogers.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Mullins and O'Hearn also, their leadership is obviously going to be missed. The Orioles that have been part of the Mike Elias draft era, the Rutschmans, the Westbergs, the Gunners, now's the time for these boys to be the men and be the leaders. It's their time to do that. And for the next couple of months, I hope that along with playing well, that's what their focus is to try to, get the clubhouse together. Kyle Tucker's got an 0-2 count. He's 0 for 2 today. Runner at second, 1 out for the Cubs. 6 strikeouts for Rogers already today without a walk. That ball is chopped toward Gunnar. He throws off balance in time. 2 down with what's his face over at third base now. Who's that number 9 hitter? Shaw. Shaw now at third base with 2 down for the Cubs. And Suzuki up next. Called strike. No? Did we not get that call? Come on, Blue. Rogers has been painting all day. What made that pitch any different to you? That was on the edge. You bum. 1-0 pitch. There's the outside corner. Called a strike this time. 1-1 on Suzuki. He's 0 for 2. Another outside corner changeup called strike 2. Rogers has not thrown more than 13 pitches in any inning. That is brilliant. Look at that, called strike 3, backdoor sweeper, sit down Suzuki. Holy cow. Folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, Trevor Rogers is an ace. Period. What do you want me to tell you? I know he's not supposed to be. I know he doesn't have, the hype. I know that everybody hated the trade, and everybody's been talking about Kyle Stowers. Folks, how many more starts before we say this is not a fluke? This dude is dealing. Every 5 days, this dude is absolutely dealing. These are ace numbers. What do you want me to tell you? Now with 6 innings in the books, the 1 run he gave up, his ERA remains where it was when the game started, 1.49. 7 strikeouts, no walks. I mean, on paper, that's an ace. That is an ace. Thanks, Chilo. Thank you for that reminder. I'm sitting here trying to make you feel good about something going on with this team, and all you can tell me is that, well, he's still going to lose if we can't score. That's your response? Again, Chilo, this season, I don't know if you got the news flash, but we're not going anywhere this season. What I want to do is try to figure out what we're going to be looking like next year, and I'm excited about Trevor Rogers making 32 starts next season and dominating like this. That's what I'm focusing on. The offense has, throughout the season, no matter who's pitching, has shown that they're not capable of scoring from time to time. I'm not going to let that take away from a very exciting development going on right now with Trevor Rogers. Andrew Kittredge, former Oriole as of yesterday, is on the pitch against us. This is the third reliever that has faced us within 24 hours of trading him. It happened with Brian Baker. We faced the Rays like a day or two later. It happened just the other day with Dominguez in the doubleheader with Toronto, and now here's Kittredge. Rutschman at the plate. 1-1 pitch is hit out toward left, and it'll be caught out there by Ian Happ. So, one down in the seventh, and Tyler O'Neill is coming up. O'Neill, first pitch swinging, fouls one off to the left. He is 0 for 2, as are most of the Orioles today. Swing and a foul ball, it's 0-2. Oh and 2 on O'Neill. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the seventh. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout of O'Neill. Man. It's like watching a game and fast forward. What is the hurry? Colton Cowser swinging a miss. Get those cows up in the chat, folks. Give us something today, offense. Come on now. Swinging a foul ball, it's 0-2. I mean, you also got to understand what the mood must be like in the clubhouse. A lot of guys that you were buddies with are gone. The clubhouse has got to just feel very, very different. Again, it's going to be a transition when it comes to anointing leaders on this team. And just the overall morale, you have to imagine, isn't all that positive after a day like yesterday. Call it a hangover, if you will. That is a called strike 3 on Cowser, and that'll end the 7th inning. Andrew Kittredge looks really good. Maybe we should go after a guy like that, and for our bullpen. It is 7th inning stretch time in Wrigley already. What the hell is going on here, folks? We've got a tradition. You know what it is. It's time to throw some cakes on on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
All right, folks, I haven't brought it up now for 3-4 innings, but the like count, we've had well over 100 people here since the start of the game, and all I can continue to do is to kindly ask that if you are watching right now and you can hear the sound of my voice, please tap the thumbs up at the bottom of your screen and give the stream a like. That's all you gotta do. That is all you gotta do. Now, I'm not gonna say, hey, don't become a Magic member, or don't send a super chat, or don't gift a membership, or don't buy a sticker. Those are all available, but, that's totally optional, totally up to you. I'm not going to pressure you for something like that. But for the like button, folks, that's the one thing I got to ask. We want to get it up to 100 for sure. And this game's going by quick, so let's all pitch in and help get that number up to triple digits. Thank you so much. I got no sponsors to read ads from or anything else like that. So helping out the channel, that's my between inning pitch. All right, we're underway in the bottom of the 7th. It's still Rogers on the mound. Kelly will lead off for the Cubs. Carson Kelly's 1 for 2 with a double. Rogers falls behind him 2-0. That ball's hit in the air. Foul ground and out of play. Hey, thank you, Josh. I think Josh gives a very good explanation about the like button process. It's easy and it's painless. This ball's popped up and foul behind the plate into the upper deck. 2-2 on Kelly, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Rogers has been outstanding, but he has gotten 0 run support. Yeah, he just hit 70 pitches. That ball is going to find a hole in the left center field. Second hit of the day for Kelly. It's a leadoff single to start the bottom of the 7th. You want to trade Kerstad for the guy on stilts for the Savannah Bananas? Okay. I mean, he might have better plate discipline. That's a tough strike zone, though. Pete Crow Armstrong. We got to cover a lot of zone. He's 1 for 2. First pitch is ball 1. This one's popped up on the infield, third base side. Going into foul ground is Westberg, and holy cow, he hangs onto the ball as he goes down the dugout steps. How did he hang on to that baseball? He's got the ball in his glove hand, and with his free hand, he was able to grab the railing, like the little arm rail there, and keep himself from falling over into the dugout. What a play by Westberg, folks. Put a star next to that one. He did not care. He was going to make that catch.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Hey, there's a super chat rolling in here, folks. Where's the button for that?
Message for you, son.
One out runner at second for Swanson. Swing and a miss on a changeup in the dirt. He's 0 for 2. Scotty Boy, 26. Says, BW, I admire you for keeping positive after Elias. I can't really say that word. Gutted the team. Is that okay if I go with that? I would love to read your super chat word for word. Unfortunately, YouTube has a problem with certain words. You can type it. I can't really say it. But I do appreciate the support and the compliment as well. Thank you so much there, Scotty Boy. Oh, no need to apologize. It's fine. You'll be fine. 0-2 on Swanson. We'll all be fine. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Rogers, get another strikeout, why don't you?
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right. Two down, and the first pitch to Ian Happ is inside for ball one. Was there a stolen base that I missed? I apologize. One 0 to Happ. Catches the bottom of the zone once again. Kelly took second base on the foul ball to third by Crow Armstrong. How did he get to second base on that foul ball? Oh, so when Westberg went into the dugout, all right, it's kind of understandable. Westberg was out of commission there for a few seconds. And just some heads-up base running there by Kelly. Happ with a 1-2 count. Tapper at the plate. It's a foul ball. 80 pitches now for Rogers. Yeah, no beavers there, Charm City. Nice beaver. Just not today. 1-2 on Happ. BW, have you ever followed NASCAR? No, I haven't. I have not my cup of tea. I'm watching a car take just left turn after left turn. It's just not my thing. I know it's a very popular thing though, so I can't fit everything on my plate, unfortunately. 2-2 on Happ. The pitch from Rogers. That one's hit hard in the left. Cows are racing back, and he makes the catch. He played deep. He played in the right spot. That ball was hit hard by Happ. With two down and runners on, that could have been a problem. But Trevor Rogers goes 7 innings of 1-run ball. Another fantastic start. His ERA has gone down. He came in today with a 1.49 ERA, and it is down. You hear what I'm saying? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Make that ERA at the moment 1.46. It's hard to lower your ERA when it's under 1.5 already. But he did. 8 strikeouts, 7 innings, 4 hits, no walks. Ace. What do you want me to tell you? I don't want anybody out there dumping on Trevor Rogers if he has a bad start here along the way down the stretch. Everybody's allowed to not pitch this frickin' good every time out. But right now he is. And if you can pitch like this, like 8 out of your every 10 starts with one like mediocre start and maybe one clunker thrown in, that is an ace. Oh, yeah. Rogers is locked into the rotation next year, and there's no doubt about it. My question is, does he deserve opening day nod? We'll have to see how good Bradish looks coming back. But that would be my top 2 candidates if it's going to be somebody that we currently have. Could always be somebody we sign or trade for. But not knowing Rogers or Bradish for opening day. Here's Kobe Mayo. First pitch to him is a strike. Next pitch to him is a strike. It's already 0-2 on Mayo. Brad Keller is on in relief of Kittredge. This is his 45th appearance, a right-hander with a 2.87 ERA, a 1.11 whip.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out. Get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Whoa, Mayo, don't offer that pitch. Okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, Mayo chased one off the plate outside and strikes out. Good grief. We just need 1 run. We just need 1 swing. 1 pitch in the zone that we can get a bat head on. Please. Dylan Carlson coming up next. He's 0 for 2. So's everybody else. Well, now mostly everybody's 0 for 3. That one's up and in on Carlson. He turns out of the way. It's 1-0. Make it 2-0. Yeah, Joel's got the right idea. Just give me 1 foul ball that stays fair somehow. 3-0 on Carlson. Okay. We got something maybe happening here. Ball 4. 4 pitch walk to Carlson. Okay.
I'm walking here.
And that'll bring up Jeremiah Jackson. Part of the family of Jacksons, folks. Jeremiah, you got Tito, you got Jermaine, you got, of course, Michael. And Jeremiah Jackson, folks. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Jackson fouls the first pitch away. First major league hit in his last at bat. He's 1 for 2. That was a nasty pitch, but Keller does not get the call from the ump. Middle of the plate, bottom of the zone, with a lot of late movement. Jackson with a 1-1 count. Curveball. There's a slider. Excuse me. That's a called strike. That's the thing, Leaf Cat. We have no pinch hitters. We've got nothing. Swing and a miss. Jackson strikes out. 2 down. Holiday coming up next. I mean, our bench right now is Luis Vasquez, Taryn Vavra, Jordan Adams, and Alex Jackson. I know, right? Here's Holiday. First pitch, he takes a strike. Come on, Jackson. You've got a hit in this one. Most guys don't. Who? Wah? Folks, you're not aware of your August 2025 Orioles roster? I mean, we've got Alex Jackson. We got Jeremiah Jackson. We've got Taron Vavra. We got Luis Vasquez. We've got Jordan Adams. We've got Houston Roth. We've got Elvin Rodriguez. We've got Yeremiel Geraldo. We've got Grant Wolfram. We've got Cade Stroud. Folks, these are gangbusters. This is Murderer's Row. 1-2 the count on Jackson Holiday. The 1-2 pitch. T-ball prospects. Holiday takes low, 2-2. Come on, folks. I'm playing a bugle because I don't know how many more chances we got. The 2-2 to Holiday. Low, ball 3. One more time. The runner at first will be able to get going here on the pitch with 2 down. Payoff pitch to Holiday. That one's hit in the air. Holiday slams his bat down. Pop up to Armstrong in shallow center. That's it. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles only have 3 more outs left to play with. They've only gotten 2 hits on the day. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 1-0 Cubs. Man, don't do my boy Rogers like this, man. Don't do my boy Rogers like this. I mean, the whole point now with the bullpen and the shape that they're in is that the offense has got to pick up the slack and start putting up big runs, 5, 6, 7 runs in a game, so we can have enough padding on a lead to hold on. But here we are, playing a team in the 8th inning. Our opponent has 1 run, and we're losing. Yeah, the last thing I need is Holiday to start picking up the habit of slamming his bat down after popping out. I don't think that's good form. It's temper tantrum stuff. I mean, if it happens once in a while, like it's a key moment, a key moment in the ball game. And you're so frustrated. Maybe you had a pitch, you just didn't quite pick it up right. And you're more mad at yourself than anything. But every time you just pop out and you're slamming your bat, that's not good. I know. This game is only about to hit the 2-hour mark here in a moment, and this is shaping up to be like a 2-hour, 10-minute game. I can't believe it. This ball's hit the first. Mayo will jog to the bag and get the unassisted putout. Rogers is still out there in the 8th. He just retired Michael Bush on 1 pitch. Is Mateo now the longest tenured Oriole? Was Mateo with the team before Rutschman? If so, then maybe. Oh, Mountcastle would be before that too, right? Yeah, Mountcastle. Hey, we're probably getting Mountcastle back here this weekend. Popped up on the infield by Shaw. Mayo will make the catch in front of the mound for the second out. "85 pitches. Trevor Rogers has recorded 23 outs. He has thrown so few pitches. So economical. First pitch to Nico Horner, who's 0 for 3, is a foul ball. I mean, here's Rogers facing Horner for the 4th time. He struck him out twice. I pitch up and in. And what happened here? Rutschman looks confused. He took his mask off. He had a weird reaction after that pitch came in. Rutschman looks completely confused. I don't know what he's concerned about. Pitch comes in here. Foul tip. Are they saying it was catcher's interference? That bat does not touch the glove. What are you talking about? I don't know what that was all about. We got a 1-1 count on Horner. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. Cubs lead it 1-0. Thanks, Chilo. Here's a fly ball to center field. Hey, might I mention, Chilo, the Cubs, who are 1 game out of first place, okay, with a record of, 18 games over 500. They have a grand total of 1 more run than we do. Right? Are my eyes deceiving me? Or does a good team that's going places have a grand total of 1 more run on offense than we do? Like, can you maybe pump the brakes on dunking on this offense? It's like the 25th mention of it today. Okay, we get it. The offense doesn't look good today. It's not like we haven't been shut down this season before. Again, it's a huge day in terms of a transitional, kind of a weird hangover day, I'm sure, in the clubhouse. This team is obviously going through a transition. It might lead to some bad, results here. Things are probably going to get a little worse before they get better, but I would probably just, strap in and just be along for the ride here in terms of, the whole team's offense. Now, if certain players are going out there and stinking it up day in and day out, we can start to talk about that. But this is 1 game. I would probably pump the brakes a little bit. Are you worried? That's fine. You can be worried. I wouldn't be making declarative statements, though, based on 1 game. I hope that makes sense. Here is Daniel Palencia, right-hander on for the Cubs. 9th inning, Westberg at the plate. First pitch is popped up on the infield, and that'll be the first out of the 9th. Shortstop Swanson with the catch. Folks, this game just hit the 2-hour mark about a minute ago. Or was it not even? When was first pitch? Was it 5 after or 10 after? It was 10 after, right? So actually, this game could be over in under 2 hours. Gunner takes outside for ball 1. This game could be over in under 2 hours, folks.
His name's Gunner and he's dating my mom.
Pitch is high, and the count is 2-0 on Gunner. Yeah, I go on 15 minutes before first pitch. I think that was 5 after the hour. So they started 20 after. Popped up by Gunner to left. And he is retired. 2 down. Happ with the catch. It's down to Adley Rutschman. This is the fastest game I've ever called. It's not even close. I mean, if I'm attending this game, I feel kind of ripped off. Like I haven't had a chance to settle in and get drunk. First pitch to Rutschman is right down the middle, and it's at 101 miles an hour from Palencia. So that's what he can do. 101 on the gun. I mean, I've been to ball games where it took me an hour just to figure out how and where to park and walk my way into the ballpark. Imagine showing up late for a game like this. Or yeah, being in line 30 minutes. I mean, this is a packed house, so I'm sure the concession stands were long waits. 1-1 to Rutschman. He goes to left. That ball's traveling. That ball's going to get down for extra bases into the left field corner. Hold on, everybody. The Orioles have the tying run in scoring position. A double from Rutschman. Splash it up.
Splash, splash, I was taking a bath.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. We've only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo. It's up to Tyler O'Neill. Oh, man. Talk about an all or nothing. First pitch. That's not a strike, Blue. If we have to hit a guy throwing triple digits, could it at least be a strike? Come on. Strike one called on O'Neill. That was high. O'Neill, did he get it? Left field at the track. He's got it up against the ivy, and the ball game is over. Tyler O'Neill off the bat looked like he just gave the Orioles the lead with one swing of the bat with 2 down in the 9th. But it dies out there, right there against the wall. Oh, my. It was launched off the bat. Almost just pulled 2 runs out of our ass. But it doesn't happen. The Orioles get shut out. This game is over. 7 total hits between these two teams. It is a pitcher's duel that goes to Cade Horton and the Cubs. Horton with the win. Tyler Rogers with the ridiculous tough luck loss. 8 innings of 1-run ball. He pitched a complete game. There was no 9th inning to go. That is a complete game. 1-run outing from Trevor Rogers and a loss. Yeah, this game was over in under 2 hours. It was just, not a whole lot of fun to watch this game. Especially with so much to catch up on with the player movement happening with the team. We spent some time going over that, and we look up and the ball game is over. But, hey, look at Joel there in the Charm City chat. Joel, that is fantastic. I want to say awesome to Joel and give him a round of applause. Folks, how often do you see a fan recognize, despite the fact that we lost a ball game, that there is something applause-worthy that we watched today? And that was another really fine outing from Rogers. And again, I get it, folks. Well, BW, I don't give a shit. We didn't win. Winning is more important than an individual's performance. So don't try and sugarcoat this on me. We got shut out today. Yeah, we did. All that is true, okay? Except the sugarcoating part. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I just want to, like my boy Joel here, just recognize some good things going on, and to expect the team to, take some tough losses here in the next couple of months. This is a shell of the team that once was, and the team that once wasn't exactly tearing up the league. There's going to be some growing pains, and again, I think it's the bullpen more than anything else. We didn't even have to worry about the bullpen today. But Trevor Rogers is not going to be able to pitch every game, and when he does, he's not going to be able to go 8 innings every time. This bullpen is going to be a factor in these games, and if we're trying to win close games, you could see some pretty frustrating results over these next couple of months. So I would say the best idea, the best way to approach this as a fan is to just, try to hope to enjoy a good-looking ball game. And, we're going to try to win, but, maybe not be so super critical about, how some of the losses are going to go down. Because at this point, it's an expectation. We had realistic expectations at the start of this season that we would be making the playoffs again. And it was a question of how deep we could go. And instead of doing that, we're a team that has been sitting in last place all season. And there's a reason to have a whole lot of criticism for all of that. But now that we're post-trade deadline, now that we kind of know how this season is going to play out, I think it's in everybody's best interest and for their own peace of mind and mental health to maybe start watching these games with a different attitude, different state of mind. Okay, it's there's going to be some ugly games in here, but there's also going to be some things that are going to give you some hope about 2026, even if Mike Elias is still with us. I mean, to me, it all matters about what the ownership is going to do in the offseason. Are we sticking with Elias or aren't we? You know my feelings. Unfortunately, I feel like if I had to, if I were on a game show and I wanted to win the bonus round and the question was, will Mike Elias still be the GM for 2026? I'd probably answer yes. I don't think it's a slam dunk yes, but I'm leaning toward that being what's going to happen. And that doesn't fill me with a whole lot of positive energy. But look, Elias, he did screw up a lot, and if they're not going to make him pay for it and bring somebody new in, well, then I hope the plan that he's trying to pull off is this. All these players that we brought in through all the trades in the past 24 hours, please, Mike, this winter, last chance, if you're still with us, you got to execute a trade. You got to go get this offseason's Garrett Crochet. There is a hard-throwing, some track record already in the bigs, proven. Put him right into your rotation. Potential all-star right away. Guy with a lot of team control and not a huge bloated contract. A guy that you can bring in and maybe offer an extension right away like the Red Sox did with Crochet. You got to go out there and make that happen. You didn't do it last year. And it cost us. And to me, that should cost you your job. Among some other decisions. But if they're going to keep you around, that's what you need to do, Mike. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. Make a trade for a Crochet, whatever that version is, this winter. We need it, okay? That's what I'm asking for. All right, folks, even though this game, we still didn't get to 100 likes. That might annoy me more than anything else. We had the numbers here. I was trying to figure out early on in the ball game why, when I was asking to go ahead and hit that like button, normally that'll get 20, 30 people to get it out of the way. Because again, either I could keep bringing it up or you could get it out of the way. But today, it was really like pulling teeth. We might get over the line. We're up to 96, but the room is also emptying out. 97. I guess you guys just wanted to wait till the very last moment. I mean, we've got a streak here. The 99. There we go. What is it? What is it about me asking the first 2 hours that didn't work, but now it's working? I don't know. But I appreciate it, everybody. Should I hang out there for one more like to watch it get to 100 and hit the thank you button? There it is.
And I want to thank you very much for that.
There it is.
I really do.
Woo!
Message for you, son.
That was a close call. That was a close call. George, you're number 100. Well, what took you so damn long? Why are you guys making me feel all this unnecessary anxiety? I'm sorry. I sound like I'm not appreciating. I appreciate it. Just, come on. Just get it out of the way. All right, tomorrow's pitching matchup. We'll take a quick look at that. And then, there's no other games going on except the Braves and Reds. And that might even be over. Yeah, that's over. There's nothing going on in baseball for the next near 2.5 hours. Nothing. It's just me wrapping up an Orioles 1-0 loss. That's all you got. Tomorrow's matchup. It's probably scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. It is Tomoyuki Sagano against Ben Brown. Let me click on Brown. Take a look at his numbers this season. What are we dealing with? Brown has a record of 5-7. Ooh, that is a ugly ERA of 6.22, 88 1/3 innings. He's given up 104 hits, a 1.48 ERA. Sagano, meanwhile, his ERA is about 2 runs lower. He's got an 8-5 record and a 1.33 WHIP. Sagano needs to keep the ball in the yard, though, folks. Wrigley Field. We didn't see it today. Virtually no offense either side. But Wrigley Field, if the wind's blowing a certain way, if the weather's acting a certain way, it can be a bandbox. You got to be careful. We know Sagano is prone to giving up that home run ball. He's given up 21 in 109 innings pitched this season. So that would be my number one hope. Well, I guess number 2. Number 1, the offense needs to score a run. Start there. Score a run. And then number 2, Sagano, keep it in the yard because our offense may not be as strong as before, and our best bet is for you to limit those home run balls. Okay, folks, Sagano versus Brown tomorrow at 2:20 p.m. Eastern. I'll be on the air at 2:05 Eastern. And yeah, we're going to hang out. I know I've talked about Harry Carey making an appearance this weekend on the play-by-play call, and there's a couple of reasons why I didn't do it today, and actually a third reason that I didn't realize until after it all went down. The third reason being this was such a short game, and there wasn't a whole lot of time to mess around. But, you know, I figured I'd leave it for tomorrow or Sunday to play around with that, if at all. Because today we just had so much news to go over with all the player movement and everything. And with all that to talk about, I think Harry just needs to wait another day. But I'll tell you this, folks, after today, I think a little Harry Carey play calling this weekend would be a welcome little addition, because we can't do worse than not score at all, right? So anything to try and get this team going, let's give it a try. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys will come back tomorrow to watch what I guarantee will be a much more exciting game than this one. Rachel, come on. Don't use a word like that to describe the team. First of all, I know it's just like an expression, but if you don't mind, you know, let's not use that to describe the team, if you don't mind. Okay? Folks, hang in there, folks. Again, you're really not going to do yourselves any favors if the next 2 months you're going to judge this team as the same team you thought they were going into the season, a playoff contending team that had averaged 96 wins the last 2 years, and there's a level of expectation that should be met. That level of expectation has fallen drastically. You have to know this. The best we can hope for is a retooling in the offseason to build this roster back up to a contender and go after it again in 2026. To sit here and get bent out of shape about results for the last 2 months of the season, I just don't think is really going to do anybody any good. It's not going to do anybody any good. Now, listen, does that mean as a play caller that I'm just going to sit here like this lifeless robot and not have any emotion to some bad plays I see happening or something like that? No, of course not. Within the game, I'm going to bark at the ump. I'm going to yell at a player for not hustling down the line, or I'm going to judge Mansolino on why he's not making a pitching change in a certain spot. All that stuff is still going to be in play. But yeah, in terms of just the overall criticism of the team, again, I just feel like it's kind of, there's really no point in doing it until this season's over. We get into the winter, we start making some moves, and with every move, we got to sit there and start to look at 2026. Hopefully, with some promise. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. Mansolino's getting interviewed right now, and whenever he's getting interviewed after a loss, I can't help but watch him. He's got some interesting body language, I can tell you that much. Yelling at the ump is one of your favorite parts of the streams. Thanks, Big Jim. Yeah, I mean, again, none of that's going away. I'm not about to chop my own balls off. I'm not one of these people that's working for the Orioles, that's getting paid to try to sugarcoat things. I will admit this. I'll be completely honest. I do need people to have an interest in watching these games for the next 2 months because this channel needs your support. It needs your attendance. And if everybody stops showing up, that could put this channel in jeopardy. I'm just being honest. It's not a threat. It's not like blackmail or something, but that's just the reality. If I were to see just 25% of the people showing up for the last 50-something ball games, that is going to put into question the future of the channel. It just will. I hope that's not the case. I hope you guys keep coming back. All right, I'm going to get out of here, folks. Coming up on 3:30 a.m. here locally. I don't know if I want to go back to bed or go get a coffee. I honestly don't know. My sleep schedule has been strange lately. I'm just waiting for this Cubs series. Let me look at one more thing. After the Cubs, we go to Philly, right? And then after that, what's it looking like? Are we going to have some days where I don't have to be up in the middle of the night here? So 2 night games in Philly, then a getaway game on Wednesday. Oh, we come back home. Okay, so we get Thursday off. Coming back home for the A's and the Mariners. All right. Then a trip out to Houston and Boston. Just 2 games of Boston. 5-game road trip. That's strange. We will have a lot of home games coming up. After we're done with the Cubs and Phillies, we will play 13 of the next 18 games at home. 13 at home, 5 on the road. So a lot of home cooking coming up here after Philly. All right. Oh, there's that song again. That frickin' song. Days go by. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Days go by. I got to listen to this song 20 times a stream now. It is killing me. God, that song sucks. All right, I'm getting out of here. Thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow afternoon here at Wrigley Field. Hey, everybody. Come on back tomorrow. The Cubbies will be taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Until then, this has been the BirdWatcher, and I will chirp at you later. Take care, everybody. Oh, thanks to the mods in the Charm City chat. Thanks, everybody, for hitting the like. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the stickers. Thanks for the memberships. And thanks for the memories. Take care. See you tomorrow.